I'm Pastor Berger. At the core of every human being is an impulse that says, no one tells me what to do. Anyone who has raised a toddler or a teenager knows exactly what I'm talking about. But I don't think that changes as we get older. It's why so many secularists operate their lives on the premise, I am my own moral authority, and refuse to follow the dictums of cultural institutions, including religion. And it's also why so many religious people operate their lives on the premise that God has to do their bidding because they have been so righteous, essentially making God their servant instead of serving God. Either way, it's humans saying, even to God, no one tells me what to do. You see that mindset in the villain of the Christmas story, King Herod. He hears that there's a rival king in nearby Bethlehem, and even though this rival king is still in diapers, he wants to kill him. And that's after he consults with religious scholars who tell him this is likely the divine promised Savior King foretold in the scriptures. But it's not really shocking to read that when you and I are so like Herod. And no, I don't mean we want to kill God for claiming royal authority over us as Herod did. I mean we just want to distort God into a sleepy old man God who lets us believe what we want and do as we please, even if it's in direct violation of his word. So that in the end, we're really the ones in charge, not him. You know, just like Herod wanted. But here's where we see another happy Christmas surprise. While King Herod wants to kill the little King Jesus, Magi from the east come to worship him. They are highly educated men, likely high-ranking officials, men with power and authority for sure. But they will bow down before Jesus and worship him and give him expensive gifts. Why? Because these men are intellectually honest and spiritually humble. They are willing to admit they don't have the answers to life's most important questions like, who am I? Why am I here? What's the meaning of life? What's the purpose of life? What happens when I die? So they come to the one they believe is the answer. The only wise king of the universe, but also God come to earth in love to save them. Do you really want to be in charge? When you can look back on any number of decisions you regret? When you know what drives you is often pure self-centeredness? When you know you have a flawed, tiny creature mind compared to the all-wise mind of God? Well, thank God that the happy surprise of Christmas is that the God who loves you has come in mercy to take charge of your salvation and get it done for you, despite how often you have tried to wrest authority out of his hands. Happily come under the umbrella of his authority. Trust his word. Follow his guiding. For the God who loved you enough to come to earth and to die to save you would never mislead you. Feel free to listen to Joy to the World with gratitude that he, Jesus, not you, rules the world with truth and grace.